What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and this is an early Patreon premiere. I don't know when you guys are going to get it on YouTube, but if you're watching it now on YouTube, you're late. um, let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk is probably one of the nicest human beings in the world. That's what people will tell you about him. Extremely patient with people. Probably too much to his own fault. Now, what you're looking at is one of the wedding photos of Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk has been with his wife since, I want to say 2011 or 10 or sometime around that time. His wife, Jessica, they have 3 beautiful children together. And the type of disrespect that came their way, Dirk never really saw it as much. To probably his later years, it was certain incidents that happened, and Dirk was like, people have never came to his face and said anything about it, but he said, yeah, I think about it, but this is the woman he fell in love with. She's Sweden, and she's Swedish, and she's from Kenya. And she grew up mostly in Sweden, I believe. And she still kept her culture. Her culture never left, in other words. Her Kenyan culture. Now, everyone will tell you that everybody embraced this, and the NBA embraced it. Dirk Nowitzki became a superstar in 2011. In 2009, around that time, they were like huge. And when they won the NBA championship, he was one of the biggest stars in the game. Now, I remember David Stern looking at this interracial relationship in modern times and said the NBA is promoting Dirk, not Dirk and Jessica. Dirk is what they're going to promote. And that's what they focused on. The cameras and the people in the crew was told, basically, don't put the camera on Jessica. Keep the camera on the crowd. Do not pan in directly on her. Keep the focus on Dirk. So, she was never someone who wanted to play the front role and be out front. She played her position. She runs the Dirk, Nowitzki Charity Foundation. Dirk is good. Dirk's never going to have to worry about any money. He's good in Texas. He's not leaving Texas. He's where he should be. He's where he wants to be. But Dirk had a Kenyan wedding the same day. As you're looking at this one, they had two weddings. They had one, a traditional Kenyan wedding. That was the only way he was going to be able to marry her. There was no way. Now, as you can see, you probably have never seen this photo ever in your life. As Dirk Nowitzki is in Kenyan garments. Look at him. You have probably never seen this photo in your life. They will not show you this. No media outlets out there is going to promote this photo with Dirk. So it speaks volume. Speaks a lot of volume. What else they was afraid of? Dirk's image. Dirk is very passionate about his family and his wife. Dirk was upset when he found out that his wife could not ride on the team bus with them when he wanted them to ride on the team bus. And it was supposed to be players only. But Dirk's a superstar and he can't have his wife ride on the bus, but it was team rules and, it is what it is. But I never forget he saw one of the other teammates for some reason, but it was a good reason. Dirk didn't really get upset about that. He was kind of upset that in Dallas, that he plays for, they made his wife walk with the rest of the people who were basically just ordinary people, civilians, walk into that stadium and go in there to see Dirk play and not know what the situation was, not be able to tell. How do you not know Dirk Nowitzki's wife? So, of course, the security personnel was reprimanded because he did not recognize the spouse. He saw her black skin and thought that this woman was insane. But back to the wedding. In order to marry a Kenyan woman, they are covered up with a veil over their face, and it's 5 women, and you have to know your wife. Which one is your wife? Now, you can marry after that, but if you do, it's supposed to be bad spirits, like you're not connected. Dirk actually picked out his wife. And what helped him is that he knew his wife's height and he knew her scent. So he was able to smell her. Now, and he made the right choice. He picked her. Now, with that being said, what did they do? The Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban, and everyone else. They never highlight his wife. David Stern didn't do it. Adam Silver didn't do it. They barely would show her. They would take his child, his oldest daughter, and she was allowed to come on the court because, well, she's passable. His wife would stay in the background. But Dirk says no one has ever shown him nothing. Everybody who meets Jessica says she's wonderful. They love her. And she is a great person. She's a wonderful person, wonderful human being. Nothing but love. She came from a loving family, and that's how she is. She really, truly loves Dirk. She loves her family. She's not out for his money. They all love tennis. They're mostly a tennis family. They're super rich. Like Dirk don't need a job. So Dirk is set up light years past retirement. His investment plans are fully funded. He don't have to worry about anything. But like he says, he worries for his children because his children are mixed. And when you have black children, like he says, he's worried about them in the world. So they try to teach them about the world, teach them different languages so they'll be able to communicate and travel the world and educate them. So that's the beauty of it. But if you've seen this, you understand that they do not promote interracial marriages. They just don't. The league don't promote it. They look at it and say, oh, that's nice. And Dirk says he knows they probably feel like this behind his back, but no one has ever said it to his face. They're not. Dirk, they're not going to say it to your face. Jessica has received hate mail. Tons of them. Women jealous that she's with Dirk. You know, why did he choose her? And all. You know, you're going to get that. But a lot of men, Caucasian men, attacked her. Like verbally. And she just brushes it off because they're fans, supposedly fans. They had one guy removed. He's banned. He can't even come back to the arena for yelling racial insults. And the fans were the ones to point him out and said, hey, this guy got to go. That didn't make the news. Why not? Why that didn't make the news? Everybody else stuff makes the news. Just like you saw that picture of him dressed in Kenyan garment. And you're not going to promote that. Why not? They'll show you the other wedding photo, but not his other wedding photo. If you could sit there and promote a player and their wives, then it should be all inclusive. Vanessa Bryant never was really included ever in what they call the Wives Club. The NBA Wives Club was basically taken over and ran by Shawnee. When she had basketball wives and all that, she basically was having that in the audience, in their little section where all the wives sit. They call that the Wives Club. All the wives get together and sit up there. And back in the day, this was the area when people were mostly married all the time. More guys were married than single in the NBA. And if they did, or if they were single, they were in a steady relationship. It wasn't all these Instagram model things. So guys had their wives. And then the wives would sit up there with the other one. And this is what they would do. Because it was promoted then, family, marriage. This is what you do. So you had all these women who sat in this club of other wives. And that's what they were bond and, come up with things they do, wine parties, and they became friends. Then Shaq married Shawnee. And Shawnee came in, and most of the wives end up leaving the wives club because their spouse retires and things of that nature, and they're gone. But Shaq married Shawnee. Shawnee almost instantly took over because of Shaq's position. Shawnee and Vanessa was never going to get along. That was worse than anything you can ever imagine. And we'll talk about that at another time. But I will tell you this. There needs to be more respect towards the wives by the league. And just because Dirk has an interracial family, and he was the face of the Dallas Mavericks for all those years, doesn't mean you couldn't highlight his family and his wife. Even on his last game as a Dallas Maverick. So, anyway, I'm out. Get out of here. Y'all take care. God bless. I'm out.